Hello again from my front porch. I've angled it a little bit differently here today so you can see that beautiful sky out there. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Now, don't be fooled. It's actually only like 21 degrees out there, but the sun is shining down, and so a lot of the snow that we recently received is melting away. And there's not a lot of wind unless you're out in a big open space out there. And then there's a little bit of a breeze, but even then it's not horrible. It's not too bad. It's actually a fairly, for a winter day in Iowa, it is a fairly pleasant and beautiful day, which just proves how mean Mother Nature is. Either that or it validates that she's incredibly bipolar. I'm not sure which it is, but right now this is gorgeous. This is wonderful. But by tonight, sometime this evening, they estimate probably around 6 o'clock, 6 to 8 o'clock, somewhere in there, there's this snowstorm supposed to start hitting here. It's supposed to earlier, like 4 o'clock, it's supposed to be hitting southeastern Iowa, or southwestern Iowa. It's coming from the west, and moving its way this direction. So speed, they say it's slow moving, so who knows. But point is, when it starts, it's going to be around for a while. Initially, they were saying we could get anywhere from 3 to 5 inches. Well, we've had snowstorm predictions in the past that I kind of poo-poo. It's, they say stuff, whatever. Early on in the winter season, especially, I had reason to poo-poo them because they would say, the joke was, it's going to be Stormageddon. It's going to be, we're going to get like, 12 inches of snow, 4 feet of snow, whatever, and we get like maybe an inch. And so it was becoming a bit of a running gag of, they never get this stuff right. Well, increasingly now, this far into the season, they're getting it right. When they say we're going to get a storm, yeah, we're getting a storm. So unfortunately, this probably is going to happen. And what's even worse is initially, like I said, they were saying that we might get 3 to 5 inches. Now our totals keep going up, so that now we're up to we might get 6 to 8 inches. So now as the storm gets closer, the accumulation totals increase, and that's not a good thing either. I mean, it's good if you like snow, if you like that there, and whatever. But it also, I'm not upset about it just because of, I'm so tired of snow, although I am. But I'm upset about it because tonight I was supposed to be going to Cedar Rapids because the Cedar Rapids Filipino American Society is having their Valentine Gala. Last Saturday, we had the Valentine Ball here in Des Moines for the Filipino Association, Filipino American Society, and I got to sing at it and do a whole bunch of other stuff, but they'd asked me to come over and sing at the one in Cedar Rapids as well, and so I was fully planning to head over to that. But now with the weather reported as it is, not just that snow is supposed to come, but that it's supposed to continue on through into Sunday, and that there'll be this constant snow, not strong winds, but blowing winds, that there could be visibility issues. The interstate 80 from Des Moines to Cedar Rapids, I mean, it's okay to drive in good weather, but when the weather's crappy, it's not a good stretch of road to run. Especially what I would say really the stretch from Newton, Iowa to Des Moines. That's probably really the worst piece of that. But still, the whole stretch of road is really not real good to drive in inclement weather. And so, I really had to debate about it, really weighed about it, and finally decided, you know what? No, I just need to not go. I need to let them know that I'm not coming in. And so I notified them earlier today because I wanted them to have plenty of time to be able to regroup and make some other plans and the things that they wanted me to sing for, to have somebody else fill in and do those things. And I'm sure it's going to be a great time. Those who are able to make it will still have a fantastic time. I have checked in with others from here in Des Moines that were also planning to go over, and everybody else that I've talked to has also come to the same conclusion I did. What's kind of funny is apparently they already came to it before I did. I was a little slow because I kept holding out thinking maybe, just maybe the forecast is miraculously going to change and there'll be this big turn in the storm, and but no, instead the map really kind of looks like somebody drew a bullseye right over the middle of Iowa, and which includes both Des Moines all the way over to Cedar Rapids, and boom, there's where the biggest accumulation of snow goes. In the past, I have celebrated when winter storms missed us, because there was one time I needed to drive from Des Moines to Omaha on a certain day, and I was worried that there was a storm predicted, and the storm went south of us so that it didn't touch either Des Moines or Omaha, and that interstate corridor was completely fine for me to drive when I needed to. That was good. Then there was another time that a winter storm was going to be coming through, and I was supposed to be going up to the Cedar Rapids office, and actually maybe it was the Madison one that time. Anyway, but I was heading off in the east direction, and I was again worried about the weather, and there was a snowstorm coming, and it went north. It kept that corridor open again as well, and I was again very pleased with that. I was like, thank you very much. But this time luck ran out, because this time, yeah, like I said, the bullseye right on exactly the travel path I needed to go. So again, I threw in the towel. I admitted, okay, it's probably not a wise idea to try this, because I really didn't want to get snowed in over there either. It wasn't something that really was an option for me to want to do, and so. So I made that choice, and like I said, several others who were also initially planning to go from Des Moines had already thrown in the towel. They'd already decided that they weren't going to do it. So yeah, so I was a little slow, but I finally wised up like the rest of them, I guess. But again, it's really this is one of those days though where I'm sitting here looking out at the beautiful blue sky. I can see water dripping from the rooftop here as the snow is melting on top of my house. I'm looking out there and I can see that the roads are clear, because the sun, even though it's only 21 degrees, the sun has been beating down everything and it's melted things away. It looks great. Well, it'd be no problem driving to Cedar Rapids. Yeah, it's probably the case. It probably would be easy to drive there. It's the getting back home that would be the challenge, and I kind of want to be able to get back home. So sadly, I'm staying home, and so I didn't even bother to shave today, because it's like, what's the point? I don't need to worry about doing that. So that's okay though, because I actually do have some things here at home that I have to get done. Not the least of which is I have a backlog of editing on some of these front porch videos I have to get done, and it's good a time as any to do those too. But so tonight I'm gonna be a homebody. And somebody was giving me grief about that earlier when they were asking, so you're staying in Des Moines, what are you gonna do? And I was like, what? I don't think I'm actually gonna do anything. I think I'm just gonna stay home. Maybe catch up on stuff, record on my DVR. Maybe do some front porch video editing. I actually have some work that I have to do that it's a little bit behind, and I was wondering when would I find time to do it. Well, ta-da! Mother Nature apparently wanted to make that opportunity happen for me, but I would have preferred to be in Cedar Rapids, Mother Nature, just so you know. But she didn't check with me, so. I did see the meme on Facebook that I think is really funny, and increasingly it does seem to ring true, and that is that it's almost like we're having an argument with Winter, and Winter gets angry, throws a bunch of stuff at us, then leaves the room, then comes back in and says, and another thing. And so we just keep doing that over again. It kind of does feel that way. So anyway, that's what we're doing here today. We're going to hunker down for yet another nice blast of snow to come through. I am pleased that I found a good service to come in and clear my driveway and stuff for me. So at least now, I don't have to worry about that being an issue. And I'll be able to get out of my own driveway. It's still shorter to get on my driveway than get back from Cedar Rapids, but you get the point. So anyhow, that's it. That's what's happening in our neck of the woods, and it won't be just here in Iowa, because this same storm obviously is moving, across this part of the country, and so eventually our neighbors in Illinois and Wisconsin and all points east will be dealing with it too. And I'm sure that the folks down in Missouri and Kansas and Nebraska is probably already dealing with it right now. But that's the beauty of this time of year. Beauty? Is that I don't know. I think it's questionable. I've lived in Iowa for 51 years, and you think I'd be used to this by now, but clearly I am not. In fact, I'm kind of wondering why. Why am I still living in Iowa all this time? Oh, well, anyhow, this is usually the cue where my daughter says, "Hey, Dad, I live in Florida. Come down here with me." She may have something there. All right, well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get on with doing my stuff, get on with editing these things. But if you are out and about tonight and you're here in the Midwest area, please, genuinely, seriously, use caution. You drive safe, don't take chances, and even if you think you are an absolutely fantastic driver, keep in mind there are a lot of people going to be on the road who are not. They think they're good, they're not, and those are the people that actually I'm most concerned about in bad weather. I think I can make it through most bad. I've yet to have bad weather that I've driven in take me off the game board, because I'm obviously still here. But it's those other idiots that don't use the common sense when they're driving and don't respect the weather conditions and the road conditions. Those are the ones that cause problems, and frankly, I don't want to have to tangle with them. So that's my decision. If you're out and about, make sure you watch out for them too. Be safe, everybody. And with that, I'll see y'all next time from my front porch.